I wanted to give you a quick little workout for getting your core back online after surgery. And this truly can be used by anyone who hasn't been working out for a while and really needs to reconnect before bearing weight and doing things that are more strenuous. So each of these exercises should be done for 6 to 8 reps, and I will do that with you. But you should do this 3 times a day, particularly if it's after surgery. So let's just get started, and we're going to start with that idea of using your breath. So as a reminder, when we inhale, we want to think about expanding in our rib cage, and when we exhale, we want to think about that marble traveling up from your pubic bone, up and behind your belly button. We're not going to tuck our tail to get it up and behind the belly button, but that's the imagery we want to use. So let's get started with that, and all of this is done seated. So it can be done standing when you're feeling better, but this is a great place to start. So just hands relaxed, you could even turn them up, whatever you want to do, hands resting on your thighs. And you're going to inhale and exhale. Don't try to rush it. Think about staying right on top of your sitting bones. So the pursed lips are really important in this one. So that's 3. There are some techniques where you will act more like you're fogging a mirror, but in a post-surgery time, I really want to use the gentle pursed lips. So number 4. See if you can connect with those muscles. Maybe you can feel them, maybe you can't. Number 5. Number 6, nice long exhale. Inhaling and then and if you need, you can always have your hand on your low belly. And last one. So nothing really, really strong or yanking or jerking should be going on there. And then we're going to loosen up the thoracic spine. It oftentimes during periods of inactivity gets really pretty locked down. So we're just going to start with side bending, but it's going to be super gentle. So you'll put a hand on your chair if you can, or even on your hip. You'll take the other hand and just gently come over. We're not going to fall and collapse. We're going to stay strong on the shortened side, lengthening out the top side, going more up than over. And then use that exhale to feel your core, hopefully, helping you come over. If that was too stressful and you had to push yourself back up, then don't go as far. So we inhale and fill the outside of this longer rib without collapsing here. And then exhale. And if you have to push, that's fine. Remember, everything takes time. So we're inhaling, expanding these lungs. Exhaling and come back up. And good. We're just going to keep going. Inhaling over. Exhaling up. So I'm just showing you another way where you just come up to here and then you bring your arm down. So you maybe come over and add on to that inhale. And then Really get that exhale going before you bring your arm up. Coming over for an inhale. And if I'm going too fast, go ahead and slow it down. If this is tiring, you do not need to do 8. 6 to 8 is fine. Particularly when this is your first time, you might only do 4 or 5. Let's go again. Let's move into our twists from here. We're just going to put our hands on our shoulders and try to keep that nose over your sternum. Sometimes in the beginning, maybe you start right here and you just twist like this. I know this seems really tiny, but use your core, use your breath. Find out, does it help to inhale as you turn and exhale as you come back? Or how about taking an inhale and exhale to turn? Inhale back. Up to you. What works best for you? Can you put one hand down on your tummy and one hand sort of upright on your sternum? Can you make sure that you don't bulge your belly? So I've been turning my head a little more than I wanted to. I'm going to put my hands back here. Just reminding myself to stay framed in between my arms. Sometimes you can even go here. Totally up to you. If you want your arms out wide, this is a bigger bunch of weight. More weight because your arms are way out here. And I've got a wall in my way, but that's a good thing. I don't want to turn too far. And again, you don't have to do even 6 on your first go. Just keep using your breath. Hopefully your thighs weren't moving a ton, your hips weren't moving a ton. So if you need to redo that so that you can think about what your legs are doing, we don't really want them doing anything. So we're going to use a ball. And speaking of the ball, when you do that turning, if you did feel like you felt your fabric of your pants slipping on that chair, then maybe you want to do your turning while holding onto the ball. Otherwise, we're going to now put the ball in between our thighs and we're going to do some squeezing. And I know this doesn't seem like a hard workout, but we're going to squeeze 8 times, and this helps bring back hip stability and strength. So humor me. And maybe you want it even closer in, up to you. No tucking of the tail. This really connects your inner thighs to your core. Great. Then what we're going to do is integrate the whole shoulder girdle and back, the lats, as a part of the core. So we're not going to have our hands here. I'm going to have them here with my elbows down by my side because I am going to do a little bit of feeling the back of my body while I'm right here. And then I'm going to squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I feel my side? 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's all there is to it. And then the very last thing is getting a little bit of shoulder traction. You can use the chair, but it is rather low. I think it's nice to go to a kitchen counter, but I'm going to show you here just because it's at the right height for my camera, as you saw when I stood up. So you'll go to your kitchen counter and you'll be standing and you'll put your arms on the kitchen counter and you'll walk your legs back enough so that you can not have your neck bent in either direction. You can try to find sort of a neutral neck. And then you're going to press your hands down into that counter and just breathe and allow your torso to relax without changing your back. So we're not arching our low back. You are pressing your arms into the counter. For those of you who feel like doing something a little more aggressive, you can come to this position and do the same thing with your hands around your head. And you'll do that breathing for 6 to 8 times. And that is your entire Bring Your Core Back Online workout.